What's going on, guys? So apologize for this being a little late. Tried to do this early in the week. You know how it is during this time of year with the holidays and stuff. Okay, it is time to preview the Alamo Bowl, which will feature the Washington Huskies against the 12th ranked Baylor Bears. The game will be played in San Antonio tomorrow, Thursday, December 29th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And here's a little preview for the game. So, starting out with the Baylor Bears. They, as I said before, are ranked 12th in the nation. And they are coming to this game with a 9-3 record, 6-3 in the Big 12, and 4-2 versus the top 25 against top 25 teams they've played. They're led by Robert Griffin III, Terrence Ganaway, and Kendall Wright. For the Washington Huskies, we have a 7-5 record. We're not ranked. We were 5-4 in the Pac-12 and 0-3 versus the top 25 teams that we played, which is a little concerning to me at this point in the season, considering Baylor is ranked. Haven't really fared well against those teams who are top 25, who are ranked, that is. We are led by Keith Price, Chris Polk, and Devin Aguilar. And here's some storylines coming into the game. We got Robert Griffin III, the first ever Baylor Bear to win the Heisman Trophy. It's kind of interesting how he has won the Heisman Trophy because everyone has been talking about Andrew Luck nonstop, and then lo and behold, Robert Griffin III wins the Heisman. And that's just from my perspective. Granted, I've, of course, heard a lot about Andrew Luck since I followed the Pac-12 a little bit more than the Big 12, but definitely a story with going up against arguably one of the best quarterbacks that have ever played in a Baylor Bear uniform. The Huskies will have to deal with Robert Griffin III, RG3, which means you got RG3 versus the UW defense. This is a very scary matchup. Throughout the season, the defense has either been blown out or they have a bend don't break mentality, or they played like they bend a little bit, but they don't break to the point where the Huskies lose the game. So that's definitely going to be one of the key matchups, and it's because of this why this could be the last game Nick Holt is the University of Washington's defensive coordinator. A lot of people say that, if Holt doesn't win this game, or he might have one more year after this year despite losing. Other people say that he could be gone. It all depends on what Steve Sarkisian, his friend, decides to do at the end of the year. So it's going to be interesting how Nick Holt's defense lines up against the mighty Bears offense. This could be arguably looked at as a home game for Baylor. This game being played in Texas, San Antonio, Texas. So a lot more. Definitely, I'm expecting a lot more Baylor fans there than UW, just because I think it's convenient. Another story: this might be the last game running back Chris Polk will play for the Huskies. He has come out, and according to Como 4 News, it is a 50-50 chance that he will go to and he will apply to participate in the NFL draft. As far as the actual game goes, I'm expecting a shootout. The thing that I find very weird about this game is, as bad as the Huskies defense has been, the Baylor Bear defense actually is statistically worse than the University of Washington Huskies. Now, I understand that, you've got to go down their schedule and say, okay, who did the Baylor Bears play compared to the UW? I understand that. But it's because of that reason why I think that it's going to be a shootout. Definitely, the Washington Huskies' main weapon is on their offense. That's where their strong point is. That's what I was trying to say. That's where the strong point is. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this game came down to the wire with whoever has the ball during the last few remaining minutes. So and if that doesn't happen, I'm going to be a little disappointed because I just don't want to see a blowout. That's my biggest thing, unless of course it's the Huskies. But if the Baylor Bears are going to win, I would at least like the Huskies to put up a good fight and be there for a good portion of the game. So the game will be played again tomorrow, Thursday, December 29th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And I'm hoping to watch it. It all depends on what my work schedule is like tomorrow. But if that doesn't work, then I definitely have the radio. So go Dogs. Let's take down the Bears and wrap up this 2011 season. And following this, you'll get a recap of the game and a recap of the season. So provided, of course, I have time with New Year's Eve plans coming along. So it might take me a while to recap the game, but I will do it as soon as possible. So thanks very much for watching. Let's go Huskies, and let's go get those Bears.